Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Reloaded Playable Games here. I'm by myself today. Nick's off with computer problems. Yippee for him. So I thought today we would take a look at stuff we usually do or build when we don't record, or I'm bored and I decide to make buildings to see if they would work. So let's start with this. Recognize this, the Ender Dragon's portal to leave the Ender. Nick spawned that in a while ago, destroying his mansion here. I don't remember how he did it, but I know I was pissed off at him for quite a while. Over here we have, I can't think of the exact name of it. It's the house you can buy in Whiterun. Had to look at the map. It's not really fully furnished. This was just a little rendition I quickly threw up and whatnot. It's pretty bare and whatnot. That's missing. But yeah, Nick spawned in a dragon. Gonna fly around and kill it for a half hour. There's the egg right there. And then we got a giant diamond block Nick wanted to build. I don't know why. It probably doesn't look right in this texture pack. I'm using Doku Craft, I believe. One of those assemble it yourself things. Yeah, so we got cannons up the wazoo. I mean, like building cannons. That's actually my first, I think this is mine. I don't remember. I think, yeah. This looks like mine. First rendition. Or maybe it was Nick's double cannon. I don't remember. I built one cannon. These. I built one, found out it works. I built 6. And it's already loaded and whatnot to go. We fire it. Oh, lag. Completely overshot that castle wall, so they're over there somewhere. I'll find out later. Nick's failed attempts at different cannons and whatnot. What's this? I think this is my brother's mansion he was building. I don't think he got around to finishing it. Moo cow. So over here, we got the Pokeball. Pretty simple. Basic. Whoop-de-doo. Now this right here is when we were prepping for that speed build competition we did a year and a half ago. I forgot when it was. But this was how big we thought the plot might be, because they didn't tell us ahead of time. We had to guess. So we got, the pagoda, hot springs, whatever else. And when we got to the server, we found out that it was actually like 250 blocks square. So we had a lot of filling to do. But before we actually found all that out, we were building the Tensu here to see if we could build it. And we didn't get around to finishing it because the contest was just around the corner, so we stopped working on that for quite some time. Then we got, I believe this was an alternate hot spring idea we were working on, or I built this. And then some waterfall. That's not part of it. Neither is that. This was one of the houses. We got little trophies or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'll show you those other stuff in a minute. I don't know what that is. Nick built it. He's the redstone genius in our group. I'm not. The cannons are about as far as I could get. So this was I was testing the latest snapshot stuff and whatnot. Don't worry about that. Not sure what that's for. So this was, Nick was building this for, I think, for a door for his castle that we started working on a few episodes ago, that we stopped working on because I got bored of it, and I thought everybody else might get bored just watching us build that for quite some time, and we actually have the resources planned. I think that's the house I was working on. Over here, we've got a dog barking. This was a way to shear sheep without having to go down there and collect them all. So you shear them, release the water. They push the sheep and all the blocks forward. They'd fall here. You can retract it, let them go back around and regrow their wool. This is Nick's idea of what I made, but 10 times bigger because that's what he likes to do. Was this a tent? Yep. Random tent we were working on for an older series that we never got out because we didn't have fraps at the time, so I was using whatever I could, and it didn't work too well. Sheep looks weird. Excuse me. So we got all this redstone stuff that we were going to do tutorials on, and we never let happen. I forgot why. But Nick tried teaching me as well, and I still don't understand it. I think the one I picked up, let me find it here, that I actually just learned how to do. I think this. No, that's not it. Is this it? It might be. I don't know. I forgot. It's weird. So over here, we've got stuff that I like to design when I'm at work and I don't have nothing to do. I'll sit there and doodle on some graph paper and think about it. Now this I didn't actually doodle, but I had it thought out in my head at the time. It's just a little windmill with a grinder in it and whatnot. God damn it, Nick. He's been doing this constantly all day. Or not all today, but a while. I'm going on placing TNT everywhere. So I have here is a sawmill that I completely designed using my drafting knowledge from high school. It's based off of the one in Skyrim, which is why it looks like it. But we got, logs going through. Best I could do for a saw blade. And then over here is where they would all dump out, but I didn't place them in. I was just building it because I was bored. Wood pile. Over here we got a graveyard. Just a simple little design. Just a little test thing because I was bored. This is Timber, founder of Oakvale, which is a secret, so I'm not going to reveal it. You probably wouldn't have guessed it was a secret. But here's just a bunch of different houses I'm building based on how I want a certain town to look or something for buildings and whatnot that need to fill landscapes. This is a church here that my brother built. It's actually pretty bland because he didn't have the texture pack I was using at the time. So he thought it looked good, but he needs to rework it. And what else we got? Over here is a castle, a little house, hold, whatever you want to call it. Make it daytime. Yeah. So I designed this when I was at work too as well. Just had some graph paper. I designed the basic bottom floor plan. And I think that was it. I don't know. I got the pad of paper on here somewhere. But I kind of built up everything else in my head as I went along. So yeah. These are supposed to be actually round towers, but they didn't fit properly with this archway here. And light this up a bit. This archway, actually the tower's supposed to be like right here, but I couldn't get the archway to work how I wanted it, so I'd extend it out to a square. So my original thought process when I was actually designing it was make it a real castle house to live in, because I have an over exaggerated have the word. I have an obsession with castles, basically. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, it's pretty bland. Just two-level flat house. Roof was a pain in the ass. I had to redo it a couple times. And this is basically an apartment complex that was based off of the Imperial City in Oblivion. They had houses like this that were basically just right one top right next to each other. Alright, sorry about that. My Java crashed, closing the server and Minecraft at the same time. I don't remember exactly where I was, so yeah, come up here. They're all a lot smaller than they are in Oblivion for obvious reasons. Minecraft, everything can't be to scale. It's hard. But yeah, I had originally had built a bunch of these in another server that I worked on. There's a picture of it on our Facebook page, and we were working on a server to release to the public, and we actually had time and stuff and whatnot to do it, but we stopped building on it because I was the only one that kept interest for a while, and eventually I got tired of building myself because Imperial City is a huge ass place, and the world that we were working on in it required a lot of time to get it prepped up and whatnot, but ultimately I was just dissatisfied with the way it mostly came out, so I abandoned that idea. But you might see that later. You might, I don't know. We want to build a server and whatnot to let people play on, but we just don't have the time for it or the funds to host one. I think if we did host one, our plan is to host it off of a computer ourselves, which means we have to build our own computer and get it set up to run it, but realistically I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. Are we going to look for some? Oh, the TNT cannons. I don't think those made it. I think they blew up the sky. But yeah, this is pretty much just our test build world, where I mostly come in just to build stuff, because I had commands from Bucket, but I don't have them right now because Bucket's out of date with the current Minecraft at the moment, but that's fine. I don't need them. I can build without them, because I'm a builder. Oh my god, the snow's bright. I'm not even sure why there's snow in here. I think during the transfer over from old Minecraft server, may have broke this just a bit. But whatever, that happens, it happens. So, yeah. Maybe I can get Nick to come back, get his computer booted up, working again. I doubt it, but we'll see.